And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon slash good morning. Thank you so much. And as you step in, make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. Um, I'm shocked that I'm up as early as I am, considering I was up so late last night with the fight between the brand new, undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Mr. Terrence Bud Crawford. Congratulations to him after his sound defeat of Canelo Alvarez. It was a definite master class. And if you want my take on the fight, make sure to see that live stream when you get a chance. And thank you once again. Last week I did very well on my NFL picks. I should have been 12-2, but thanks to the sorry Chicago Bears and the even sorrier Baltimore Ravens, because those were games that should not have been lost, I ended up only being 10-4, which is very good. But 12-2 would have been excellent. But I will take what I can get right now, and hopefully we can build on this very good start, ladies and gentlemen. And I will like to start with the 1 p.m. games, which here they're in Dallas today, but the New York Football Giants are in Dallas to take on the Cowboys, who kept it close against the Philadelphia Eagles on the Thursday night beginning of the season, but they lost, of course. Dallas, I think a lot of steam was taken out when they traded Micah Parsons, but they definitely rallied the troops pretty well against Philadelphia. I have to give them a lot of credit. That being said, listen, the Giants were dreadful. I tell you what, Russell Wilson plays like this again, I wouldn't be shocked if you saw the rookie, Jackson Dart. I don't think they're going to play him this week. I don't think they'll play him against the Cowboys. And I'm not sure if they shouldn't play him until week about 5 or 6, because the Giants' offensive line is a mess, has been a mess over the past 3 seasons. This is going to be, and listen, I can't stand Dallas. Everybody knows it. But everybody knows that I am very fair and I'm very honest about my opinions. And I can't take the Giants. The Giants they're just not a good football team. They're just not. And listen, the quarterback play is a joke. They can barely run the football. Their offensive line is a joke. I can't take the Giants seriously. I just can't do it. This is going to be an easy one here. I'm going to go Dallas 24. And I do believe the Giants will keep it close because of their defense, but I think Dallas. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas wins by double digits. They're just that bad. Seems like there's something wrong with Restream, but I'm going to choose Dallas again, 24-17 over the New York Football Giants. Next up, I have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers won a very close one last Sunday against the Jets. The Jets, definitely, their offense improved a lot. And I tell you what, the Steeler defense had a lot of holes last week. And that can't happen. Listen, Sam Darnold and Justin Fields are pretty comparable. Sam Darnold's the better thrower of the football, but he's pretty much a sitting duck. Justin Fields is much more mobile, and he has more weapons. Sam Darnold does not have the weapons that Justin Fields has. Seattle's defense is so-so. The Steeler defense played awful last week. But I tell you what, that Jalen Ramsey hit on Garrett Wilson, I tell you what, that energized the team. I will say that. But the Steelers have to put forth a much better effort if they're going to win against Seattle. Aaron Rodgers always plays well against Seattle. My goodness. And for some reason, I'm having trouble as far as I'm just going to have to tell you what the score is. I cannot leave the score for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. My pick is the Steelers here. Steelers 27, Seattle 20. That's my pick in that game. Next up, the Detroit Lions are at home to take on the Chicago Bears. You saw how the Bears were sloppy in the second half. They played like they forgot how to play football. I don't know what the heck they were thinking about. I tell you, Caleb Williams missed some throws that, listen, a first round draft pick should not miss. I'm just saying. Oh, that's in the background. Please forgive me. Detroit played okay. They played they played halfway, but they're just a better team than the Chicago Bears. I don't trust the Bears at all. And I know there's going to be some growing pains, but that was a brutal loss last week, and it's going to carry over, I believe. Detroit at home, easy win here. I think the Bear. I'm going to pick the Lions here, 30-27 over the Chicago Bears. Next up, the LA Rams travel on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. Normally, I would lay heavy money on the home team. 1:00 game, LA team normally is not a good look. But the fact of the matter is, number one, the Tennessee Titans is not a good football team. Number two, they're starting a rookie quarterback in Cam Ward. Even though he's going to be a very good quarterback, he's not there yet. And he still has a lot of growing pains. Listen, you'll see him improve week by week. You'll know who the real Cam Ward is by week 7 or 8, really. I like the Rams here. Easy, 27-17 over the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans are just not a very good football team, period, point blank. And they can't protect this kid, which is actually going to make it worse because this kid could get hurt with this Rams defense. This Rams defense, I'm not saying they're headhunters, they're not, but they are a very physical front, and they can take out your quarterback. Next up, the Buffalo Bills go on the road to take on the Jets at MetLife Stadium. The Jets played very well in the loss, but as Aaron Glenn said, no moral victories. I think he sent a message to the team by cutting that kid who made the fumbles. Like, certain things will not be tolerated, and I actually like that move because it keeps everybody else on their toes. The Bills were lucky to win that game last week. You know what, folks? This is my upset special of the day, ladies and gentlemen. I love the way Justin Fields played last week. I mean, he used everything at his arsenal. That was probably the best game Justin Fields has played in about 4 years. But is he going to be consistent? Because that's what got him benched and why Russell Wilson ended up being the quarterback, because Fields is sort of the safe quarterback, but he did make a few plays down the field last week. And if you're the Jets, you'd like to see that, especially when you have Garrett Wilson at the wide receiver position. And it opens up the running game. Jets upset special. Jets 27, Bills 24. That's my upset special of the week. Next up, the New England Patriots are home to take on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are a team in disarray as well. I mean, they had another players-only meeting. Listen, I tell you what, Miami loses this game, that coach could be fired because Mike McDaniel has underachieved with this team, period, point blank. Tua has done nothing. Tyreek Hill has done nothing. I think Tyreek Hill is on his way out. Could he end up in a Steeler uniform? It would not shock me. Could you imagine Tyreek Hill, DK Metcalf, Pat Fryermuth at the tight end position, Jonnu Smith, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers set? Aaron Rodgers at the helm? I love it. I love it. I tell you what, if we can do that, we could be a dark horse team to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Steeler fan. But I'm saying that because I'm both sides of the ball. Could you imagine that with TJ Watt, Highsmith, Haywood, and that defense? I'm just saying. I'm salivating. I'm sorry. I love it. Um, Listen, Miami coach could be in. I mean, he's in hot water. He could lose his job. They lose this game, but I think Miami's going to salvage this game. The Patriots are not ready yet. Miami, I know they won last week, but that was a team that was sort of bogus. Miami 27, Patriots 24 in that one. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals have their home opener against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars won last week. Were they impressive? A little. I got to give them credit. Um, I'm just not a Trevor Lawrence fan. I'm just not. I'm certainly not a Daniel Jones fan, but he played very well last week. Now, do I think that they're going to win 2 weeks in a row? Oh, no, I said the Bengals. My mistake. Oh, my goodness. How did I do that? Please forgive me. I'm still pretty much half asleep. The Bengals did not play well last week, even though they won against the Bears. They were lucky to win that game. That was a terrible game by Burrow and friends. Now, we know that Myles Garrett and friends can wreck the game. I get it. And listen, the Browns defense will keep that team in the game, but Jacksonville does not have that type of defense. I think Burrow and friends go off. I think they hang a 30 burger on Jacksonville. I love them 31-23 over the Jaguars in this one. Next up, the 49ers are still on the road. They travel to New Orleans to take on the Saints. I mean, when Spencer Rattler is your quarterback, I don't expect much. I just don't. They're going to lean heavily on Alvin Kamara and friends. You know what? Interesting fact, Alvin Kamara, as wonderful as a running back he is, he has not rushed for 1,000 yards in a single season. Isn't that amazing? And I like Kamara. He's a versatile threat out of the backfield and in the backfield. But the fact of the matter is he's always hurt. 49ers have a lot of nagging injuries. I'm not even sure if Brock Purdy's going to play this week, but I still like the 49ers as a team much better than the Saints. I'm going 49ers 24, Saints 17 in that one. Take the road dog. Next up, the Ravens, who absolutely had no business losing that game last Sunday night. That was just ridiculous how they lost that game. Are taking on the Browns at home. I think the Browns are going to get dog walked. You're going to see, I could see Derrick Henry rushing for $150, Lamar Jackson rushing for about 80, throwing for 250 and 3 TDs. I think the Ravens are going to explode this week at home. Ravens 30, Browns 20. It could be even worse than that. I really believe that. No question about it. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts at home the second week in a row, taking on the Denver Broncos. The Colts dog walked the Texans last week. I was very shocked. Denver played well last week. Bo Nix already is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones, even though Jones had him playing well. I mean, he did everything to the hilt that the coach asked him. I don't see Daniel Jones doing that a second week in a row. I think Denver's defense, and I think the Colts will keep it close, but I think Denver has more than enough to beat them. I'm going Denver 27, Colts 24. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals are at home taking on the Carolina Panthers. It looks like Bryce Young is regressing again. I know a lot of that is the offensive line. I think they need to run Chuba Hubbard more, but I digress. Listen, Kyler Murray has played quarterback very well, even though his team has not played well. He's played well. Their defense is not great, but they have a good running game that's going to slow down the game and give the defense a rest. Arizona has made some changes. I like them here easy over the Panthers. Panthers are just not a good football team. Arizona 31, the Panthers 17. And next up, the rematch of the Super Bowl of last year. The Kansas City Chiefs got dog walked by the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I loved it. Chiefs lost last week. Chiefs are at home. If they go 0-2, are you a little concerned? Yes. I think this is a throwaway game for the Eagles. They've already won the big game. Now, the Eagles didn't play as well as they'd like to play last week against the Cowboys. They did show a lot of holes. They were pretty sloppy. I think, and I hate to go with them, but I think Peppermint Patty wins this one at home. The Chiefs cannot afford to go 0-2, especially with the specter of Justin Herbert, Bo Nix and those guys, even Geno Smith with the Raiders. Listen, we know Mahomes is the class of that. I get it. But these teams are markedly improved from last year. And especially the Chargers with Harbaugh as coach. Because listen, when you're the Chiefs, you have that bullseye on your back. And you failed the last couple of times. Listen, I like the Chiefs here. It's going to be a close game. Chiefs 27, Eagles 24 in that one. And next up is the Sunday night game where the Minnesota Vikings are at home to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Vikings had a good road victory against the Bears, who just gave up the game. Atlanta plays so much better at home than on the road, even though I like the young quarterback, Penix Jr. But he's still got a lot to learn in his first full year of starting. I mean, I understand J.J. McCarthy does too, but he has a little bit of a running game to lean on, and he's got a great receiving core. Vikings defense was, I mean, they put the Bears on lock last week in the second half. I think the Vikings defense plays very well this week. I love them here Sunday night, 27-17 over the Falcons. And there are two Monday night games this week. The first one is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to take on the Houston Texans, who played terrible last week. I don't know if they could play any worse. I do believe the Texans will bounce back at home. It's going to be a tough game because Tampa Bay always brings their defense. Baker Mayfield is very consistent now. He's not the same Baker Mayfield he was in Cleveland. It's going to be a close game, but I like the Texans here 30-24 in a mini shootout over Tampa Bay. And the final Monday night game is at Vegas, where the Chargers travel to take on the Raiders. Geno Smith he's pretty much the stopgap quarterback at this rate, even though he has played well, but he's not. He's a placeholder. They're going to need to draft a quarterback next year. I'm pretty sure of that. But, I mean, Geno's good, and plus he's going to be good for the young signal caller when he gets there. I don't know who that signal caller is going to be yet. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, listen, they have to win these games, especially these division rivals, and I think that Harbaugh and Herbert are going to be a good combination. But the fact of the matter is, we're not going to judge them until playoff time. So they're going to have to play well. I think they're going to have to win the division. And if they have to win, listen, if they don't win, if Justin Herbert plays as poorly as he did in the playoffs this past year, I wouldn't be shocked if Jim Harbaugh looked for another quarterback. Because Justin Herbert, it was Jekyll and Hyde in the playoffs. I mean, he threw more picks in the playoff game than he did all season. And let me tell you something about Jim Harbaugh. He's not going to tolerate that. He didn't tolerate that from Alex Smith. He didn't tolerate that from Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, I know you guys don't want to hear that name, Colin Kaepernick. But the fact of the matter is, he did take the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl. And he did a better job than Brock Purdy did. You chew on that. But I like the Chargers here, 31-27. It's going to be a close game. The Raiders are not the same Raiders as they were from years past. But I do believe the Chargers eke this one out, 31-27. And those, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are my NFL picks for week 2, 2025. I could not see the chat because the chat was not able to be seen thanks to my wonderful restream. Goodness, if StreamYard wasn't so expensive and terrible, I would go back, I tell you. But I'm going to give this another chance next week. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Thanks for those who are, well, we're all in the clouds because, again, I could not see the chat. The chat was not able to be shown. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. God bless. Uncle Claude signing out, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, congratulations to the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. And may you all enjoy the rest of your wonderful day. Good afternoon, everybody.